What is up, guys? Steven here, and I'm going to bring you an NU replay today. Shedinja is still amazing. Been laddering a bit with the team and had a lot of success with it. It's really fun, and using Shedinja is basically an art form. Last generation in OU, there's this guy who I think he got like top 10 or something with this rain team that had a Shedinja on it. Like Doug Trio to trap T-Tar and stuff. And like ever since then, I've been like really intrigued with Shedinja because if you give it the right team support, it really can work really well. And it counters a lot of threats in the current NU metagame. Just to list a few: Kangaskhan, Feraligatr, Vileplume, Dragalge, Klinklang. Seismitoad can't touch it unless it carries knockoff. Cryogonal can't spin on it. There's just a lot of interesting stuff that it walls that are actually pretty common in the tier. And that's what makes it such a threat, really. And yeah, so it's really cool. And I like this team. Looking at team preview, the first thing that you do in team preview with the Shedinja is decide what mons can actually touch your Shedinja. And in this case, it's Probopass can touch it if it has like Power Gem or something like that, or even Toxic. Hariyama obviously has knockoff. Mesprit may or may not be able to touch it. And if it has HP Fire or knockoff, it can. Any other variant cannot. Liepard can touch it, and Gator cannot. So basically, the things I need to look out for are Probopass, Hariyama, and Liepard, and I have answers to all of those mons. Xatu can reliably stop rocks from Probopass and Calm Mind on it. Wigglytuff and Garbodor beat Liepard, and Mesprit is just, you have to scout its set. Xatu is normally the first switch in, and you kind of play from there. So yeah, I'm going to lead Wigglytuff because it's my Stealth Rocker and he has no way to remove hazards. So he ends up leading with his Liepard and reveals the Dread Plate with Frisk, and I get up my rocks, so that is awesome. So he goes in his Hariyama, and I'm assuming he doesn't have Earthquake. They don't really commonly carry that. So I'm just going to go straight into Garbodor and try to get up a Spike. And that is what happens, and that's really nice for me, as I'm just getting down hazards, and he has no way to remove them. And even if he had a Defogger, that just helps me because Shedinja. So, yeah, I'm just going to go for Dazzling Gleam, expecting a hard switch into Liepard, but he makes the better play and Volt switches out, and I took a bit of damage there, which is kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, I do have a safe switch in my Wigglytuff on this Liepard. And at this point, my only attacking move is Fire Blast, so I'm just going to click it and see what I hit, as he ends up going into Vileplume, which is amazing, because it brings it down to the point where it would die to hazards coming back in, so he can't switch out, and I do outspeed, and I just take him out with another Fire Blast, so that is awesome. Now he goes into Mesprit, and I'm just going to sack Wigglytuff. I don't need it for anything else, and this gives me a free switch into Shedinja, and I get to click X Scissor. If he had something to touch me, he would have broken my Sash, but I would have killed his Mesprit, which is a big threat in general, so I feel like that's a very good trade-off for me, as he ends up going back into Probopass after he loses his Liepard, and I am just completely free to go back into Xatu and bounce his rocks and start all of this back over again. As he goes into Hariyama, and once again, I mean, I have a Garbodor, so I don't lose anything by going into it. And I'm gonna get up another Spike, just because it just wears down his team, especially the Probopass, which is a Stealth Rocker. And once I remove that, I'm pretty sure I can win the game. This turn I go for Gunk Shot. I was trying to hit the Hariyama, but that's alright. As he doubles into Probopass on my Shedinja, which is completely fine by me because I still do have Xatu at a very high amount of HP. and I'm just gonna refuse to let him get rocks up because Shedinja, after something on my team goes down, it can easily come in against Mesprit, and it beats Feraligatr, and his Hariyama is getting low, so if I get up a Swords Dance for free on Gator, I can kill that with Shadow Sneak. So Shedinja is definitely looking like the win condition right now. As he Volt switches out, I'm just going to go straight into Shedinja on this Gator, as I am immune to his Waterfall, which is just absolutely disgusting. I go straight for the X-Scissor. I was assuming he would go into Probopass, but he ended up sacking his Mesprit, which is equally fine by me because that thing's a threat. He goes into Hariyama and knocks me off, but that is okay because I got a Swords Dance, and that pretty much guarantees me the game. Because he had no switch-ins, and since he sacked his Hariyama, I do win the game with Seismitoad no matter what. So I'm pretty safe to just Swords Dance on this Gator because he can't touch me, and now I'm at +4, and another Shadow Sneak will take out this Probopass. So it ended up being kind of a late game Shedinja sweep, and Shedinja is just... it's so fun. it's not even bad, guys. Like, I would suggest trying it out. Please have a Xatu on your team. That's all I'm gonna say. Peace out, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.